You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello, you degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday, the 24th of November. This will be a short episode this week. It's a bit of a strange one. I said yesterday I was going to put the episode off because none of the lower league, obviously not much on at the weekend. It's an FA Cup, National League, National League North, National League South, obviously the World Cup as well. But um, the only thing that's priced up is the FA Cup and the World Cup. Uh, so I think the National League, but the National League North and South isn't priced up. I mean, it's third. I'm recording here at 1 o'clock on Thursday, and there's just not enough games to pick a bet from. So episode will just be a quick review of last week, and I'll tell you this quickly at the start. The one thing I have picked for Saturday, and I don't know where they get this price from, but it seems a big price to me, is France to beat Denmark. They were 4 to 5, they're now 5 to 6, which is actually a slightly bigger price. Um, in decimal, the 4 to 5 is 1.8, and in decimal, the 5 to 6 is one 5 to 6 is 1.83. After France's performance the other night, I think that's a great price. So that will be in Saturday's bet. So what I'll do is once the markets are priced up, I'll release the bets early. Obviously, I usually release them at 2 o'clock because I want everybody to listen to the podcast. But yeah, I say it's just I'm not sure why they haven't priced them up. I mean, yes, there's World Cup games on, but it's 4 games a day, so it's not like there's so many games on that they haven't got enough people to price up the bets. I just don't know what's going on. But I literally checked a few minutes before I recorded, and they still weren't priced up, and that was to say 1 o'clock on Thursday, and I can't really wait any longer to get the episode out. So I'll go over last week's bets. In my main bet, had Dundee won, Dunfermline won, Dumbarton drew, Woking drew, and Swindon were beat 1-0. So 2 wins, 2 draws there, and a defeat. The overs, got a good sweat out of the overs. Burton and Plymouth was up, Gateshead Southend was up, Inverness Ayr was up, Edinburgh Alloa was up, and then Bristol Rovers Peterborough was 1-0, and then Peterborough got a man sent off, which kind of killed the game with 20 minutes to go. There might have been a chance there with that one, especially because Peterborough do score goals. So yeah, it wasn't to be. Sunday, I did a small bet. I only paid like £40. It was over 1.5 in the Qatar game that was up. Villarreal Ibiza, it was 1-0. That was beat. That was 1.5. Elbar, I think that was beat too. Levante, I think, was up, and then the Dutch game, Dortmund versus Willen, it was over 2.5. That was up. And then Sunday, I actually started the World Cup very well. So I have my £2 free bet builder on Betfair. I picked 2 players to get carded on Enter Valencia to have a shot and target in the first half, and it won me 71.76. I also had a bet in the Ecuador match, just a bet builder on its own, a separate one. I did Ecuador to win over 1.5 goals, 3 cards, and 10 goal kicks, and that was up. That won like 35. And then I think on Monday it was, I'm a bit lost in my days here, but I backed a player to get booked at 4 to 1, so got me 25. So I've had, what's that, 130 odd pound. So the bets that I've been doing the rest of the week are obviously all with the bookies money, but the bets the last couple of days have been poor, some bad results, some poor selections by me, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, obviously, like the Argentina, in the Argentina bet builder I did, everything was up except for I had Argentina to score 3 goals, and they had how many disallowed? Three, 2 or 3. So it should have been up, but that's just the way it goes. As I say, I'm playing with the bookies money, so I'm not going to complain. Looking at last week, so I'll give you some stats, and I'll give you some World Cup stats as well here. But in the English games last week, so there was 12 games in the league, or in the League One, sorry. 12 in League Two, 12 in the National League. We had 6 favourites, 3 draws, 3 outsiders in League One. 5 favourites, 1 draw, 6 outsiders in League Two. National League, 5 favourites, 3 draws, 4 outsiders. So in total, that was 16 favourites, 7 draws, and 13 outsiders, which was a very low 44% of favourites won. So hard to get a bet up with that. For overs, in League One, we had only 4 games over and 8 not. In League Two, we had 7 games over and 5 not. In the National League, we had 5 games over and 7 not. So again, that was 16 that were over and 20 that weren't. Again, 44%. So quite low. The fact that I was able to get 4 selections right on my overs bet was actually probably half decent then. So that was last week. As I say, this week's not priced up yet. As soon as it is, I'll get my bets picked. Well, I'm looking at certain teams, but I'm not going to back them until I can see what the price is, whether it's worth it or not. Uh, World Cup stats. So far there's been 13 games. That's up until the Switzerland game. As I say, I'm recording this at 1 o'clock on Thursday, so that was at 10 o'clock this morning. So there's been 13 games. So far there has been 7 favourites, 4 draws, and 2 outsiders. Obviously, those 2 outsiders are the Saudi Arabia and Japan beating Germany. And there has been 6 games over 2.5 and 7 not. So again, favourites. Obviously, the favourites are doing quite well, 7 favourites, but some of those favourites aren't backable. Like I think Spain yesterday were like 1-5 or something. You know, and you're not really going to be putting much money on that. But that's your stats for the World Cup. Obviously, I'm going to keep tracking that, and I'll put that in the next week's podcast. But yeah, that's basically it. So, as I say, I'll get the bets done as soon as I can, and I'll get them released. The one team that I'm definitely picking, and I hope the price doesn't come in too much. It seems to be going the other way actually. Is obviously France, who are 5-6. I think they've got a great side, France, and sometimes France can be their own worst enemy and they start fighting and stuff. But it was a good team performance the other night. Giroud got the 2 goals, and Mbappe got a goal. So they should be, happy and firing on all cylinders. Which is a worry for every other team because they are obviously a great side. So yeah, that's basically it for today. Back again next week. Hopefully the football is priced up earlier and I'm able to actually pick a bet for you. But it just leaves me to say, if you are doing some bets, especially in the World Cup, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.